What is going on? I'm sorry I'm 1 minute late. I'm 1 minute late. What's up, chat? What is up, guys? Welcome back. Welcome back. Let me adjust this a little bit here. I think that's good. I think that's good. What's going on? What's going on? Welcome, Christing. I think that's how you say it. Sorry if I get that wrong. Church hates trucker. Tucker. Why did I say trucker? What's up, Tucker? Hope you're doing well. I'm doing really good right now. So far, I butchered 2 names, and that shows it's going to be a really fun stream. What's up, Cheto? How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Thank you for dropping by. Those little crowns are hilarious for the first one on the stream. Yeah, I kind of like the whole chat ranking system. It kind of at least gives a little bit of encouragement for people to talk. But at the same time, it's like, it also just encourages whaling too, because all they have to do is just drop like, you know, a buck and suddenly they're number one. So if anybody wants number one, I'm not hinting at anything, but technically you can reach number one by dropping a buck. Hope you guys are doing well though. Thanks for everybody for dropping by. Aether, hey, late. Yeah, I am an hour and 15 minutes late to when I wanted to start. I wanted to start like an hour ago, but like my Mashiko Monday recording went a bit long, and then I went right into cooking dinner, and that took longer than I thought it would, and now we're here. I also don't feel, warning, I don't feel the greatest right now. Hopefully you can't tell. I feel like 50%. I feel like 50%. So this won't be a long stream, but I did want to stream this week. I don't want to get back into the habit of having long breaks and live streams. I do really enjoy talking to everybody, so I'm kind of just forcing it. Please don't get sick. I'm no promises, no promises. You might be able to tell in my voice. It was a little rough recording today, and I was like, oh, I feel it's coming. I feel that, ugh. And of course, I'm doing like voices, like my Orsted voice and stuff like that. And I'm like, crap, I gotta do these voices, and I'm getting sick. Crap, ugh. Doing all my different voices. The Man God voice, for those that watch Mashiko Mondays. I mean, you guys know what Man God is in anime onlys know who Man God is. I have a very like fruity voice for him, and so getting that was it's so funny when I do live streams. It's hard to like get into character. Hey there, it's the Man God. Like that voice was so hard to do. Like I'm trying to record these lines and I'm like I can't get the voice in. My Orsted voice is always easy to do. My Orsted voice is always good. Surprisingly, the Orsted voice doesn't mess up with my voice as much as anything else. When I was doing my recordings of the entire Mushoku Tensei series, the most difficult voice for me to continuously do was Geese. I had a very like bandit voice for Geese, and it was so difficult to get into that character. Bodygotti was difficult too. My boy, Bodygotti. It is very difficult too. He's fun though. He's super fun. I have a lot of fun with Mushoku Tensei. Anyways, back to the chat. Thank you guys for dropping by. Let's see here. Cheto, thanks again for dropping by. Nar, hope you're doing well. Thanks for dropping by for the stream. Who else? Is that pretty much it? I think that's pretty much it. Anyways, like I said, it's going to be a quick stream. Just going to chat a little bit. I do have a couple things I kind of want to go over with potentially some MAPPA news. But the main thing was I want to do some unboxings because over here off screen, you can't see it because it's got like addresses on it and stuff. Y'all don't want you all sneaking over here and looking at my windows. I have like a 3-foot tall, wide, and deep box that came from AmiAmi. This is like well, of course with AmiAmi, for those who don't know, you have to like pre-order stuff like a year or two in advance because it takes that long for them to produce them. Of course, we had the whole thing with the de minimis stuff happening, and that kind of backed up a lot of things coming out of Japan. This thing is like 3 months ago. This box is like 3 months ago. That's how long it took for this damn thing to get here, and it's finally here. Patches, what's up? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for dropping by. So we're gonna look at that stuff. It's mostly Roxy. So if you don't like Roxy, you're gonna be disappointed. People know. You can't see with the chat right there. People know. I kind of like Roxy as a character. So I have a lot of Roxy stuff, and I have more coming. So if you're a Roxy fan, you'll enjoy that stuff. So, Mark Keller, Brock, hope you're doing well. Thanks for dropping by for the stream. You sound like Stromberg, not gonna lie. I haven't heard that name in so long. Let me grab the first one. Let's just do it. Do I do a big one? I'm gonna do a small one first. I might as well grab that. I'm gonna do a small one first, and then we'll do the big one. And then I have a medium one, and I'm gonna wait on the other one. My doggo's like, what in the hell are you doing? Just finished watching To Be Hero X. Your vids were fun along the way. Oh, that's cool. I do like every now and then I'll run into some comments that where they're like, hey, I'm just finally watching this. And like you covered it like 5 years ago. And now I get to watch your videos along with it. At least that one's more recent. So you don't have like some really crappy videos to watch. My older videos where they're like just horrible podcast quality. Not podcast quality, but like positioning. We're all like Roxy in this house. Yes, if you don't like Roxy in this house, get out. So the question is, with this taking literally 3 months to get here, I hope these are good. I hope these aren't damaged, because that's a long time to get damaged stuff. Any chance of getting some sort of replacement or something is like non-existent. I need my knife. I don't like this. So, I was actually thinking about earlier, I was trying to remember what'll potentially be the first show that I'm going to cover this season. I think it's Bookworm. I couldn't find my knife. I couldn't find my knife. Couldn't find the knife. So I'm doing like some really clever edging with my skizzers. That's why I used to carry one at all times. I just don't have a necessity for it anymore because I don't cut things anymore. I should show this first. I'm getting ahead of myself, chat. Y'all yell at me. This is the box with nothing in it. This is the box with nothing in it. I'm getting ahead of everything. First one is a Palm Top Roxy. So there's an empty box for you guys. Did I watch Angel? Is it already aired? Did the first episode air already? I might have to cover that tomorrow if it already aired the first episode. Who ended up having it? Techie, what's up, dude? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Damn, dude. Look away. This is some very serious skizzers. It was a great episode. God damn. I looked at the list. I did not see it come up there. Look. Oh, it was an O&A, wasn't it? So it wasn't going to be on the upper list. And I was looking at the upper list. I'm verifying. I'm verifying if you're a liar or not. No, it's not listed as an O&A. Did they just do a single episode? Joseph, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. We're just yapping, and I'm unboxing Roxy's, basically, because Ami finally sent me my stuff. And it's been on a boat for, like, probably a cargo boat for, like, a century. And they finally arrived. There we go. The base. It's basically basic base. It's basically a basic base. See the references in there. Oh wait, that way. Sorry. There's the box or the base. You can see it's got plenty of references in there. It's got Roxy. It's got her staff. It's got a little bit of a holy relic there. Her hat. What's the other thing on there? I guess it's just supposed to be a magic circle. I like the holy relic though. The holy relic reference there. For those that know, no. Is there any show that come to mind that you loved when you first finished it, but after looking back wasn't much of a fan? The first thing that comes to mind is Escaflowne. I loved Escaflowne back in the day, but now going back and watching it again was like, it was alright. Like, it just didn't age well. There's a lot of things that don't age well, unfortunately. Like, they were great back in the day, but then now you just watch it now and it's like, it's not that great. It's very simple. Simple unboxing. There she is. Palm top. Palm top. If I can get some lighting on this damn thing. Damn. If I can get it. Light up, you stupid thing. I don't have the great lighting for this hat. Her hat just covers up her face. Y'all don't look. If she falls over, do not look. There you go. It looks good. I don't expect much of this. It's like a very much so cheaper version. It's like a cheap palm top. But it's got good detail. I like it. I like it. The Roxy figurine went crazy in the aftermarket. Really? Like, what are we talking? Smaller than expected. Yeah, it's legit. Like I said, it's after. It's palm top. The shadowing on her face makes me keep thinking that she's got like a blotch on her face. It's nice though. It's nice. Is this a re-release? This might have been a re-release. I wasn't aware. I don't care much for the base. I think the base is way too basic, but it's good. I'll probably put this along with the other Roxy up on the soft mat. I have like 2 now that I'm putting on that soft mat. It's got like a forward lean to it. 13,000 yen or so last I seen, like double retail. So yeah, that's like equivalent to what, $100, which again for something that small is pretty crazy. I forgot what I paid for this one. It was definitely not $100. It was maybe I think like what 60, something like 60. Of course, the killer right now is just the shipping, because the shipping adds like another $100 and something to everything. I'm going to show this off real quick. This is an Onimai acrylic stand. 68 maybe. Where's that stupid tape for cut? For those who don't know, I really did enjoy Onimai. For a lot of reasons that not many other people really enjoyed. I just like the wholesomeness of it. Family bonding and stuff like that. Along with the stupid silliness of it, obviously. So I got some figures of that as well. I enjoyed it too. I think it was a great anime. But along with something that I bought, I was given this acrylic stand with the art. So this is basically like a bind stream right here. We're gonna have a bind stream. This looks really nice. Nice colors on everything. This is like my second acrylic art like this. Like a real acrylic stand. I like it, like it. I had delicious karage chicken and takoyaki tonight. Feel very fortunate. Awesome, dude. Awesome. I have not watched the new Beastars part. No, so no spoilers. Here's the biggie. Here's a biggie one. I've been waiting for this one. I've actually been waiting for a long time for this one. This is like the art that they did for one of the Blu-rays here recently. They made a figure of it. And I was like, holy crap, I have to have this. And this box is kind of big. The box is kind of big. Shoot. Y'all make me want to get my knife now. Because y'all criticize my scissoring skills. Scissoring skills. Scissoring skills? Ugh. There we go. There we go. Ow. I'm gonna get a damn paper cut for this damn crap. There's nothing worse than cardboard cuts. There's plenty worse than cardboard cuts, but it's like 5 times worse than regular paper cuts. I need space. There's the bubble. The bubble. How are we gonna tackle this? Like you always do. Let's see. I guess I can give a little bit of brief introduction about who Roxy McGurdia is for those that are like, there's a few people I know for a fact that are here that have absolutely no clue what the hell Roxy is. For those that don't know, the uninitiated, Roxy McGurdia is a character from Mushoku Tensei. You might want to mute if you don't like pop noises. She's based. There you go. Just based. Oh. Got enough attachment points? Oh, God. Jeez. Okay. So, Mushoku Tensei. Story about a disgusting stain of society. A truly disgusting dude. Nasty AF dude. That gets transported to another world where he gets to do everything new. Roxy was hired by his parents upon finding out that he has an affinity for magic to teach him magic. And he quickly makes her feel like dog shit. Because he's really good at it, and she can't do as good as he can. Namely, voiceless casting, which she was never able to do. So she goes about her life trying to get better than her new student. Or eventually meeting him again and falling in love. But I've always liked her character. A lot of the reasons why I want to say that I love her is absolutely spoiler to anime only, so I won't get into straight details of it. But I just love her determination to get better. Always sort of being in the shadow of what Rudius, the main character, gloats to other people about. She always feels like she can never meet his expectations and what he tells other people she's so great about. I think there's a great aspect of how, yes, while Rudius does play up her and her abilities, there's sort of an admiration for her that I think is warranted that she can never really truly accept. Because obviously Roxy is great. Let me get the base first real quick. Even though I just got her out of there. Wow, there's some heft to this. There is some absolute heft to this. Plus, I love her seiyuu. Her seiyuu is absolutely adorable. I love her voice. And her personality is great. This is heavy. This is the base. E heavy. E heavy. Got a little bit of shrubbery next to it too. I like it. I always appreciate unique and creative designs for bases. Like I always say, the things that I always look at in figures is faces, bases, and what was the other one? Hair, faces, and bases? I think that was the three. I forgot which one of them was. I knew they rhymed. Faces, bases, and something. But, their hat. Most chill Roxy yap of all time. Yeah. People know that I used to have a display behind me that was very spoilery. That was one of my favorite moments of her story. I like when characters have flaws, and she definitely has had moments where she has flaws. That's her hat. And finally, the figure. The figure. So it's going to be designed that the hat is being held on her head. Because she's grabbing it. She's heavy. She's actually legitimately heavy. There is a hair scene, which I always hate, but it's always kind of expected. For those that don't know, typically whenever they do the hair, they make it in two parts that sandwich together from the front and back. So it does kind of have like a little hairline. I like it when they at least do a little bit of an effort to hide that. But it's always the top, so you don't typically see it. It's cute. I will admit, the face is slightly off. But I still like it. I still like it. It's still got like that cuteness to her, so. Anyways, let me put this on here. And did you make it popular in Japan last season? No, I did not. Am I stopping it? No, just cut a couple things out this season. I'll get back to it next season. Is this? Okay, it can't go dead on. But it's not necessarily keyed. Oh, there it is. I see it. I see it. I see it. I think. It's like that way. It's just not a pleasant noise. It is not a pleasant noise. There it goes. That actually went in there really good. Now the hat. How's this go? Perfect. I like when it all comes together. Nice and good night. Good night. Is that not a spoiler? I don't know which one it was. So we'll say no. Nothing was spoiled that you just heard. Again, the hat kind of makes the shadowing a little bit rough there, but that is her on the base. It looked like it come together very, very well. I like it. I like it. This is probably my second favorite figure now. I think my first favorite is definitely still this one. You can't see it, unless I can somehow hide myself. Let me see if I can hide myself. It'll zoom out. Yeah, this one right there. That one's still my favorite, but this one's like a close second. This one's like a close second. I like it. I'm guessing the staff goes in her hand. Can I separate this? No. The skirt is in the way. That is not comfortable. Figure designers, that is not comfortable. That's enough. I'm not gonna force that anymore. It's good enough. Okay. We'll do one more. One more figure. Finally finished Showa Roku, and it's absolute banger. Hell yeah! I'm glad you liked it. It's literally like the show that I tell like everybody to watch. Like, it's the most comfortable to like recommend to anyone that's not like just a basic shonen fan. Not that basic shonen fans are not allowed to enjoy things. It's just the fact of like you gotta be wanting to sit through a lot of yap. But, like, it's the one that I can recommend to anyone. Unlike, you know, I can't recommend Onimai to a lot of people. As much as I love Onimai, it's like... it just gets people... The eyebrows raise on Onimai. But Showa Roku is, like, one that I can recommend to anybody. And it's just, like... It's in my top 10 anime of all time. I love it to death. But speaking of Onimai... I do have one other Onimai one that I will unbox at some point, but I'm gonna do that later. I don't want to get it. I don't want to mess with it right now because it's big. It's really big. My body is ready for Edis Swordmaster, dude. That freaking trailer's so good. I hope they do it justice. Again, like I've mentioned before, they just need to They need to properly explain her story, and I'm hoping they'll go back and do that. Here is Best Sister of Onimai. I absolutely love her to death. She is absolutely great. I guess I can get explanation of Onimai for the uninitiated too. As soon as I get this undone. Onimai, basic idea here is guy who is a shut-in neat, deadbeat. Wow, I'm gonna... That's 2 stories that I'm gonna have to tell in a row of deadbeats. A shut-in neat that at some point his genius sister, unlike the proven scientists of the world, managed to unlock the secrets on how to turn a male into a female. So his sister drugs his drink, and he wakes up as a girl. And this is all a plot by her to reconnect to her brother. So the story is half him finding out the wonders of being a girl, while at the same time reconnecting with his sister. And yes, I love that relationship aspects of the story. Oh my gosh, is that California Wolf? Oh my gosh, I didn't know he actually got on here anymore. That's kind of scary. You live. You actually live. Chat, it's my AI brother. You had to go to ads, and I thought YouTube didn't have ads. Do you guys get ads to go onto YouTube? I guess it's pre-roll ads. I know it doesn't have mid ads, right? I've never heard anybody talk about ads on YouTube. What did I unbox? So far... Oh my gosh, late chatter here. Hold on, guys. Late chatter here. I gotta tell... 4 ads? Really? We get into Twitch stuff? We have a palm top Roxy. Very small. Very, very small Roxy. I'm waiting to the terms of service right now. We got the Roxy from the the Blu-ray art, which is massive, and the lighting does not do her justice with the hat right there. This thing is freaking amazing. This is probably my second favorite Roxy figure so far. Back on, right? Right, yeah. Sketty. And then I shut off this as well, which is an acrylic art. This is literally like three months in the waiting package right here from Amiyami. So this is like everything that was backed up from the minimus changes. When all the companies were trying to figure out how to collect tariffs, these all kind of backed up. So I got 2 Roxys, an acrylic art, and 2 Onimais, but I'm probably only do 1 Onimai today because I just don't feel like 100%. And I don't want to. It's the big one. I think it's like this big. It's big. Big. Did miss the good part? Did you miss the good? Did I miss the? Who missed the good part? I've been watching your read through Mushoku Tensei. Got to volume 23. You're absolutely great, boss, and helped my recovery from psychosis. Absolutely, thank you, dude. Anthony. First of all, I'm glad things are going well for you, and I really do wish you a good future, and I hope that everything goes well with you. Second, thank you for your support. I'm glad that you're enjoying the old Mushoku Mondays, despite this being like, what, at this point, 3 years ago? It's taken so long for me to get through it all. You still have plenty to go through. That's the great thing. That's the good thing to look forward to. If you're only on 23, we still have 24, 25, 26, Redundancy, Tale of Two Lifetimes, the Paul stuff, if you want to watch that stuff. Tons of stuff to go through, so I appreciate your support, and I hope you enjoy them. But thank you. I'm missing a bunch of chats. Because I apparently missed my bro back before then. Okay, that was it. All right, good. Other than War Thunder saying, Mommy Roxy. It's mine. Stay away from Roxy. She's mine. reason you don't hear about ads on YouTube is because all of us ad block. Yeah, ad block, and I think premium. I think YouTube Premium is, like, in my opinion, like, worth it. Like, I won't get a subscription to a lot of places. Like, I'm actually thinking about getting rid of my High Dive sub. By the way, for my brother, I might get rid of the High Dive sub. They're talking about, like, resubbing me. I'm like, I think I'm probably gonna get rid of it. I love this. This is a nice, shiny acrylic stand with cool art in the bottom. These do get scratched easy, which I don't like. But, it's colorful. It's colorful. I'm waiting for them to create a Roxy figure that Rudy created. They did. It's right here. They did 2 versions of it, too. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I got you. I got you with the lore. Oh, there went her hat. There went her hat. There went her hat. This is the figure you were looking for. So they did two versions of this. They did this was the original one, which this is the re-release of it. They did an original one that was actually painted, and they did a second version, which was, it looked like stone. It wasn't actually colored. I don't think that transfers well to, like, a real figure, so I went and got the painted one. But yes, this all casts off. Just like in the anime, it's underneath there is the whole pose and everything like that. So it is actually removable. I use YouTube Premium. Yeah, it's like a million times worth it, because, like, I'm so sick of ads on YouTube. Yes, I admit it sounds pretty bad to say that you allowed YouTube to bully you into getting a premium subscription, but I watch so much YouTube, and as a content creator, and this isn't a knock to anybody, you use ad block, do it. I mean, I'm not allowed to say do it. Actually, don't ban me, YouTube. I can't stop you. I'm not here to be anybody's mom. Do whatever you want to do. But as a content creator, I have kind of realized the effort it takes to run a channel and sort of the reliance that people have on revenue and stuff like that. So it's decided to me that, like, a lot of my getting the premium is that I don't have to worry about their stupid freaking ads, but at the same time still be able to support people. Hello, and it's a wonderful day to yap. It is. It is. At least this time nobody's going, "Where's this thing in your video?" It's like, no, we're here to yap. If you've seen the cover and you're not ready for yap, what are you doing with your life? I'm guessing this comes apart. Before I rip her apart, let me make sure she's supposed to come apart. That's, again, good to look at the instructions, because I do not see where you do that. It says it says it in English. Be careful with the hair. Remove the insert dummy part. Be careful of contact with the hair. How to remove t-shirt. Complete assembly. Anyways, I got to take the shirt off. I cannot do it on screen. I'm sorry. I might show it. It's like she's in a swimsuit, so it's not like a biggie here. I just got to figure out how to do this. The seam scares me. Oh god, this is just like the last. This is just like her brother. It's just like her brother. Right here. Right here. This t-shirt is scary to take off. There we go. I hear it. It's too expensive to be, like, having to do this. Where's the button that just makes it come? There it goes. Alright, I can show you this part. Ka-ching! Like... Wait, hold on. That's why it said hair. There was a reason why it said, to watch out for the hair. Because her hair is like right here and I have to take the shirt this direction. So basically you want to put something there so it doesn't scrape it. Anybody in the chat has never bought a figurine, you're now witnessing first-hand experience of the stresses that figurine collectors have with preserving the quality and the value of these things, because they do go up in value and they can lose value very quickly. Oh my god, she's missing an arm. We took out the arm earlier, I should know that. And I'm gonna now take the wrap off. This looks kind of cursed. I'm not gonna lie, this looks kind of cursed. I'll show you guys. It does look cursed without her arm, and I know why they did it the way they did it. This looks cursed. This looks cursed. Oh my gosh. Okay, so it's just a dummy. It's a dummy placement. Wow. I get it. Zoom. There you go. It's like a dummy placement in there. I don't know why. Probably to keep it from the socket itself from shrinking while it's shipping. But like there's a dummy socket here at the line of her top. And the new arm goes in there. It's kind of cursed, but kind of genius. Because one of the biggest issues that a lot of figurines have is that they warp in shipment. And then the pegs don't work. So there. The new arm goes inside there. And then you have best sis Mihari. Okay, let me get her shirt back on. I like the shirt better. I know, I like the shirt better. Oh. Put the peg back in here. I'm gonna find somewhere to put all these damn arms now. Dude, girl, your face is coming off. Why? Okay, put this back on back. Dear. By the way, Onimai season 2, please. Yeah, her bangs came off. Don't ask me why, but her bangs came off. There. There it is. That's cuter. I like it. Alright, which direction does this go? It's like one peg is larger than the other. No. Yep. Damn it. There it goes. There it goes. Perfect. Perfect. There is Mihari. Dude, the hair does not want to stay on. Yeah, this is like extremely loose. It's like I just turned it for a second and her hair is already falling off again. I guess once it's setting still, it's not gonna have a problem. Hopefully. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, the only, like, negative I think I gave, and it's not really a big deal, Onimai, the adaptation, was how, like, obsessed they got with, like, Opie. They, like, I mean, it depends on who you ask, honestly. I like it keeping sort of, like, true to the original. Like, damn, they upgrade a lot of stuff. Her hair reminds me of Kiss on Black. Yeah, Yeah, I can see that. You're so lucky with the Roxy figure. Mine came with the hat having excessive brown paint. Let me look at it again. Which one? The new one or the one that was from the anime? The displacement. The disassemblable one. Disassemblable one. Excessive brown. I usually look at them in detail after I get done streaming because, yeah, sometimes you'll see, like, discolorations or scratches or something. And Ami is always really good. I'm not sure how they're handling right now, but Ami's been usually really good about replacements and stuff. The one, yeah, it doesn't see anything bad there, so that's good. That sucks to hear, though. Again, especially with how long a lot of this stuff is taking right now. I just get annoyed on YouTube asking for premium ad in infinitive, even after turning it off, which is probably the only reason I don't have it, really. Ugh. Got no space for them. Yeah, that's the big problem. Like, even with these, I mean, obviously I have that one to put up in there, but, finding where I'm going to put these next to is going to be difficult. I do have another case over here that I can kind of move some stuff over. But, yeah, space is a problem. Space is always a problem. And then also fighting over, like, having literally everything behind me, nothing but Roxy's. Dilo, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Looks much better than mine. I didn't ask them. You think they would have sent me a replacement hat? That's typically how it works. I don't remember if it was Ami. I've had sometimes, yes, you contact Ami, and what they'll do is they'll just send you, they'll ask you to give them like images or whatever, and then they'll send you in a small package or whatever, like just that one part. Because I think what they do is they'll basically open up a box and send one part. They have like a little section where they keep all like extra parts. If they don't contact what's the company? Contact whatever the figure maker is that I'm trying to desperately find. Who did it? Who done it? Is it Katakawa? Anyways, you can find the actual figure manufacturer, and sometimes they'll send it too. Where's Webby? I don't know. I need to talk to him later this week, though, because we have, of course, the Anime Awards coming up, and we'll definitely be... That's the other reason why I need to do a shorter stream. I'm actually planning on doing a run-through of the Anime Awards stuff. I'm not sure if I'll do a live stream of it, or if I'll just record a video on it, because I have to laugh about whatever they choose for nominations for Anime Awards. It just has to happen. Crunchyroll is kind of just a fun company to make fun of. Or at least their judges are. So I'll do a video kind of covering all the choices for Anime Awards. Take care, Church. Thanks for dropping by. Are you going to do Reincarnate as a slime novel analysis like you have for Mushoku Tensei? I will do videos, but I'm not going to do... I don't think I'll ever do... Oh, the novel analysis. No. I mean, if I ever eventually get around to covering a lot of other stuff, but Tensura is, like, way down the list, dude. Like, I have... Ascend as a Bookworm to do next. I want to then do, what was the other? ReZero. ReZero, Ascend as a Bookworm, which those are, like, alone, like, freaking, like, 30 volumes each. I mean, ReZero is just, like, continuously going. And then beyond then, I still have other things like, what is this right here? Okay. Grimgar. Like, there's a lot of stuff that I want to do before Tensura, honestly. I like to do Konosuba. But anyways, I'd love to. I would love to. Screw it, let me take the other one out. We're doing the other one. If I can get it out here. Oh gosh. because I want this box out of here. Mahito. We're doing it live. The Mahito. It's so big. Oh, it's so big. It's crazy how big this thing is. Oh my gosh. I'm putting it on the floor. I think this is my biggest figure. Yeah, that is definitely my biggest figure. Konosuba is great. Definitely one of my favorite comedies. And I'd be curious if the novel is just as good. I can get this up here. Is it not taped? There it goes. Sorry, top of head stream. The base is concerningly hollow. Very concerningly hollow. For how big this thing is, this is very concerningly hollow. Do you know it's English that anime is unboxing? Huh? They ever end up ordering me Hardy? Yeah, these ones? Yeah, it's this one right here. This is a different one though. And yeah, because of I don't want to risk anything, I will be putting on the t-shirt first. It's actually cloth. That is crazy. This is actually cute because a lot of the posts that I've seen with this figure, which of course again came out like freaking like months ago, people are putting like different outfits on it. Like they're basically treating it like a Dolphy. Question is, how does this... I need instructions. I need instructions bad. Where's the instructions? Am I doing, how's everything going? It's going well. It's going well. Just day by day. How does this... Okay, so head is removable. Head has to be removed in order to put it on there. Is arm removable too? Arm's removable too. Okay. We will perform the surgery. So your chat, you're going to have to wait for a second. I guess I could talk about Mihari. Or Mahito, sorry. I'll talk about Mahito. I love Mahito's character, mainly because he is a sort of a character that you kind of discover over time. Wait, is this even got... Wait, let me look at the instructions again. Okay, yeah, it is removable. Oh, wow. Really? Yep. They hide the seam underneath the top again. Clever. Mahito I like as a character just mainly because he is sort of a, again, shut and neat. That over time is gradually rediscovering things that he's sort of been missing out on. Do you go in here? Thank you. Can you go into the shirt, please? At the same time, absolutely hilarious how he really sucks at being a girl. I think Onimai is probably my one and only favorite gender swap anime. Just because it kind of just nails a lot of the uncomfortable sides of gender swap. Okay, this is very difficult. I'm gonna give negative points for how difficult this is to freaking navigate. Holy crap. There, I think I got it. Yeah, I think I got it. Where's the... There it is. Is that the only... That's the only instruction. You give me 2 images. That is the only instructions you give me is 2 images. While I sit here terrified about how all this comes together. Right there. Sorry, chat. I know this is extremely entertaining. What is your progress on reading Mushoku Tensei, Tales, Six Face World, main story, Redundancy? What is your progress on it? Do you mostly read on web or light? Or depends. What's the progress currently? I have Old Dragon's Tale left, and then Subjugation. I think that's pretty much it, besides some small side stuff. So we're almost done. That's forward, right? Here's how it goes forward, right? Yeah. Where's it go on the right? God damn, it's hard to see in there. I think that. Yes. Chat, I think we got it. Oh, what a terrifying thing to put together. This thing turned out to be way bigger than I thought it was going to be. There. But there it is. That is a massive, massive Mahito. Jeez, I had to like set it over here for the rest of the stream. Jeez. Hush, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. You came in just in time. I just finished this damn freaking thing. And I'm freaking done with it. Oh my gosh. Hope you're doing well. But no, the answer to the question earlier, again, I have left is ODT and Subjugation. I think there's some side stories after that, but after that, I'm pretty much done with it. And I'll Roxy gets serious too. I gotta do that one as well, but I'm not sure how exactly I'm gonna do that. I know it's super shocking that I haven't done Roxy Get Serious when I just unboxed 2 Roxys. Much love, Andrew. Mushoku Mondays always help me get through work. I appreciate it. I hope you're doing really well. But I'm glad that you enjoy the content. It's basically like the support that people give it is what kind of fuels it. I really do appreciate it. Oh, season 3, the one you mind, the one I just mentioned about. I'm so sorry, I forgot the animate. I think it's what, July 6th, question mark? I talked about it in my last video is when it's actually starting. But yeah, I'm looking forward to season 3. Do you have any Toho figures? I do not. I do not. If I got into figure collecting back when I was really into, somewhat into Toho, I probably would have gotten it, but no. I'm hearing that the first few episodes of Mushoku Tensei Season 4 will focus on Edis and was doing after she left Rudy. Is that perspective that was long? I don't know that that's that much content. Like, I've heard that too, but like, that's... I don't think they have that much content there. I mean, you could? No, I don't think so. Not 3 episodes. Maybe 2 episodes. If 2 episodes. It feel like there's only 1 episode of content there. Unless they really drag it out. I mean, technically from the PV, I'm seeing stuff in there that I don't remember them being out there fighting bears and stuff like that. So maybe they're gonna put extra stuff in there. I don't see it, but yeah, I've seen the same rumors. We'll see though. We'll see though. I'll take it, especially if they do a good job of kind of explaining why she's so broken. Again, slight spoilers here. Not really spoilers. It's just skip content. Back when Rudius and Edis and Rizur got back to the camp in the Fatoa region, there's a perspective of Edis which basically goes from the point of like her childhood, being in schools where, you know, she got in fights with boys and whatnot. She was seen as somebody that would never ever find a boy and get married. That's why her parents basically trained her under Ghislaine, had her teach them how to become an adventurer. And so when Rudius shows up, the family was pretty much like, okay, this is her only chance. Like, this guy is actually accepting her. Like, just send her off to bed with him. Like, they literally were like pushing her upon him. And that's why she shows up that night. But like, it goes from there to the displacement incident. It goes into the fact that she entire time following around is literally terrified that he's going to leave her behind. Like, I gotta stop lashing out on people. Like, she's forcing herself to stop being a tsundere and lashing out at people violently because she's afraid that he's going to leave her. So it kind of breaks a lot of the tropes of tsunderes and her violent nature. That's kind of funny, but at the same time, legitimately something that she has problems with. And it ultimately leads to, yes, the run-in with Orsted, where I can't help him. He's needing my help, and I couldn't help him fight this guy, and now he's training again to figure out how to fight this Orsted guy, and I gotta do that too. I can't hold him back, but I want to help him. So while she's watching him practice displacement magic that he just learned in displacement magic, disturb magic that he just learned from watching Orsted beat the crap out of him, she's thinking he's getting ready. I gotta go get ready too. So that's why she's like, you know, with that whole one night stand thing, it's really a lot of her being afraid of like ever being able to support him. And feeling that she's always holding him back. And so she's like, he's so strong and I'm weak. I gotta go get stronger. That's the whole imbalance thing. And it's like, she sucked at communicating it, but at the same time, she was afraid. And she's a dumb kid that doesn't understand communication. Figures that he's the strongest person in the world. He'd never see a problem and stuff like that. That's all skipped. And hopefully, based on that little brief shot in the PV of showing her in the bed with him, that's the sign that we might get that for a lot of the anime onlys. A proper... Because yes, technically at the end of the first season, she talks very briefly as she's walking with Ghislaine. But it's not all that. And I don't expect it to do all that. I really don't think it's going to start from back there when she first met Rudius and all that kind of stuff. I don't think they're going to go that far back. But I would like it. I think it's going to be 1 episode. I think it's going to be 1 episode. It will be arrive at the Sword Sanctum, train. Why tell the steward not to tell Rudy where he's going? Because she didn't want him to follow. Didn't want to hold him back. She didn't want to, she literally knew that he'd come chasing after her, and she didn't want to burden him. She knew that he would fix any problems that she has. I have a problem getting stronger. He would follow me. He would tell me, don't worry about it. Is Season 3 going to be split core? I don't think... I would assume so, yes. I would assume so, yes. I don't think it's been said so. I would 100% assume so. And that's a good thing, right? I don't want them to push it. Hey, Duhalt, Hope you're doing well. Looking forward to Mashoko Monday episode reviews. I just got that done recording today, so that one should be a doozy. That was a good recording today. Do you have any opinions on Crunchyroll manga app? I have not even fired it up yet to see if it's any good. The last one was okay. Say hi to Aakris. He was literally in the chat a little bit ago. Shockingly. And it could have been just a glitch in the system, though. I think the only thing I haven't seen is a new video. They have more of it. I think the one true, so... I'm not sure what that one says. Sorry. Think it could be an extended length episode. It could, but, like, have we ever gotten an extended episode for Mushoku Tensei yet? The leaks and rumors out of Mushoku Tensei are, like, super botched. Like, I remember back when Season 2 was airing and we were, like, going, where is the Edis perspective chapters? Are they ever going to do Edis perspective? Because during the entire Season 2, we're getting Edis perspectives. Like, the entirety of the story of Season 2, sprinkled throughout there is moments of Edis. And so there's a lot of, like, people having to go, okay, there's skip content here, we're going to talk about it. I just don't... The rumor that was going out at the time was that it was going to be an OVA. It was going to be with a Blu-ray, just like with S Goblin Slayer. That didn't happen. I think they were also saying that it was going to be the after finale. Didn't happen. They said it was going to be an ONA. Didn't happen. There's a lot of rumors and stuff coming out of like Mushoku Tensei that just never happened. They were saying it was going to be a single episode ONA. So if the first rumor was true, that it was going to be an OVA with the Blu-rays for Season 2, that tells me it was going to be a single episode. And now we're saying that it's going to be a multi-episode coverage in the third season. Which one are we going to believe? Like, again, the rumors coming out of Mushoku Tensei are just so botched. I wouldn't believe a damn thing. I think the rumors have been so crappy coming out of Mushoku Tensei, don't believe a single bit of it. I think a lot of it's coming out of animators and whatnot that think they know what's going on. They don't. There's a good chance that the producers are being smart about how to handle leaks and stuff, and they're purposely giving wrong information. Yeah, Onimai's up front. Still here, feeding boy. Really stream started an hour ago. Yeah, it wasn't going to be a long stream. Actually, it ended up going longer than I thought I was going to. I'm not feeling 100%, but I just wanted to get on here and unbox some stuff and yap. I love Edis' story. Glad we're getting it in the anime. Yeah, Edis is one of my legit favorite characters. Oh, shoot. Third favorite character overall? I think, like, story-wise, Orsted's number one. Like, I'm sorry, Orsted's, like, legit, like, the coolest freaking character of that story overall. I just think he's such a fascinating character. Favorite character is Roxy. So I would probably say it's go Roxy, Orsted, and potentially Edis. Cliff is so close. Like, Cliff is so close. I really like Cliff's character so freaking much. Like, Cliff turned out to be one of my favorite characters. But then Zenoba. Shoot, who else? Paul's up there. Aisha and Lilia are just so freaking good, dude. I forgot those two, too. Roxy, Orsted, Lilia, Aisha. Yeah, Lilia. They're interchangeable. Lilia and Aisha in the same slot. We'll just put Lilia and Aisha in the same slot. Yeah, something like that. I don't know. I change every 2 seconds. I did an entire tier list. I'll have to do another one after I finish ODT and stuff. Are you going to do the unboxing of Monogatari off-season Blu-rays that just came out? I did not order it. I'm a bad person. Because I literally have everything else. I might as well get it at this point. I have not gotten it yet. No, I didn't used to do them back in the day. I legit bought, like, everything at once. It was mostly because I just bought it all at once. Like, I legit just went and bought the whole damn series, and then me and Chris just sat there and watched the entire series, like, in a span of, what, 6 months, I want to say? I think we watched it in a span of 6 months. Like, legit, that's all we were doing was watching Monogatari series. We just got sucked in and just watched the whole damn thing. I just believe that Roxy, I just believe what Roxy says. It's a good thing to stick on. I don't know why people like Roxy so much. She's okay. I mean, everybody has their favorites. Roxy is religion, man. Like all the characters except for Tiny Pervert Prince from season 1. Pax? No, Pax. Pax Sharon. You don't like Pax? Pax is a very annoying pervert prince. Yes, he is very much so. I like how you don't care for Roxy, or at least you say you don't get why people like her so much. She's okay, and then you hate the guy that literally like abuses her. I like that. I appreciate the fact that you at least still acknowledge a bad person, even if you don't care for the person they're being bad to. Are you saying you couldn't decide who you liked more? That series has all good characters like Mashiko. Oh, Monogatari series? Yeah, the Monogatari series got a lot of really good characters in it. But no, I like how complex the characters are in Mashiko Tensei, so I can like literally talk about it no end, but I do struggle with trying to keep out of novel spoilers. Because I know a lot of people watching this haven't really read it, so. Take care, DuHalt. Have a good one. Thanks for dropping by. Looking forward to all my videos. I appreciate that. Apparently, I missed covering my season show today, which I should have been watching, but just kind of more chilling today. Doing my recording for Mashiko Monday next week. Did I watch ReZero OP? Yeah, I posted on X. I really, really like it. Looks really good. I'm trying not to think too much about what's in it, though. I really like Linnea and Pristina personally. You had an opportunity to make a joke there and you completely botched it. You could have said personally. Without getting into spoilers, I do feel like there was a chance of doing a lot more with Linnea and Pristina than they did. They're still good characters though. I wish Zenith had more time in the novels and the anime. Yeah. I will refrain from saying anything about Zenith, other than the fact that most of my shed tears reading this series was from her. Have you watched Eminence in Shadow? If so, what do you think of it? I like Shadow Garden, and I don't care much for the main character, and that's pretty much why I'm not really a huge fan of the series. I'm comedy subjective. I don't care for the shtick of that series. I do like Shadow Garden a lot, but I just don't care for the shtick of that series. He does get me laughing from time to time. I will admit, though, like there's that one scene where she tucks him a coin, he freaking goes nuts, like going after it. Are you doing Are you doing the forging of the dragon swords? It's the only Mushoku Tensei story I've not read. I'd have to ask some people. I'm not aware of that one. Unless that's subjugation. Which I don't think that would be, because I think subjugation is about Kalman. Can't wait for season 3 of Edis, Turning Point, and making stuff. Yeah. I mean, I was talking to somebody the other day, like, to give some anime onlys an idea of like what's to come. I think besides, even with that, when I was reading the novel series and doing my Mashiko Monday coverage, my biggest premiere viewership, like the most people that were watching the premiere, the most people that were hyped up for it, was easily volume 15. Like there's a segment in there that those that know. I had like, I think almost 700 live viewers at the premiere. Like that's how hype it was. Like, there's so much, especially in Volume 15, that's, like, massive hype. There's stuff, but this is going to be stuff that's going to be, like, probably in, let me think. Would it be in the first? It's going to probably be in the second core, wouldn't it? Yeah, it'll be in second core. Like, it's not going to be anytime soon. It'll be in second core. But it's probably going to be some of the biggest stuff. Like, yeah, technically, Volume 12 was huge, too. It's 12 months old. I mean, if there's a translation for it, probably will. Do you like Overlord as a series? Literally Image and Shadow, but it's reskinned. Even the characters' names are similar. I really like Overlord. I haven't really cared too much recently, but I have liked Overlord a lot more than Image and Shadow. See, Image and Shadow is like it's a Chuny living the Chuny dream. It's not Overlord. Overlord's like, I'm here and I'm becoming the skeleton. It's becoming the villain. Image and Shadow is Dork living out his fantasy, basically. Overlord is not literally Image and Shadow. Yeah, there's very few similarities there. I think, like, him having, like, minions is probably the biggest similarity. The GOTT will add a couple points to another character for any... We'll see. We'll see. I think Overlord is great. I love what they did with the princess. I didn't expect that. I love the first watch. Yeah, that was dorky. The dance, the dance by the end of that one. Kind of expected though. I kind of seen it coming. There's a new season of Overlord coming in July. I think I read before. Is Overlord coming in July? Is it? You crazy. You're crazy. I think somebody's fibbing. Can somebody confirm? I think somebody's fibbing. The smoking kitty cat's coming, though. We got the smoking kitty cat coming. Dude, why I'm saying that is if Overlord's coming next season... Like... Summer's nuts, dude. Summer is stupid already because you're gonna have season 2. You're gonna have second core of ReZero. You're gonna have Yojo Senki coming back. Tanya the Evil. I think Tentra's going for 2 cores. That's not even funny, dude. That is way too many big isekais. Ascendance of Bookworm is gonna be 2 cores. ReZero is 2 cores. Mushoku Tensei will kick off. Time the Evil's gonna be there. Like, all the big isekais are gonna be running the same season. That's nuts, dude. Yes, to me, people around protagonists misunderstand him and always, him as being a genius, is where they overlap. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I can see that. Overly glorifying. I watch Overlord, Image Shadow, interaction of the anime, Circle Quartet. Yeah. I just get here and someone is lying. I just get here and someone lying. I just log on and someone be lying. I'm looking for another season. I've gotten to your preview yet. What am I looking for this season? Oh, damn. Were we doing a preview right now for Chris? Yeah, we do that right now. Let's do it right now. Bookworm is coming back this season. Yes, dude. Legit. It's starting like in like 3 days, dude. 3 days. We got like 3 days and you're going to be watching that stuff. Where's it at? Here, 3 days and 6 hours. 3 days and 6 hours, Adrian. Ghost in a Shell new trailer dropped. Looked great. Dude, the last trailer I seen was fantastic. I'm looking forward to it. I'm surprised they're doing 4 cores for Reincarnated as Slime. Not surprising. Apparently it's supposed to be a really long arc. But it's not going to be a full-on go. Like, it's going to be split. Yeah, it's 5 cores, but it's split up. Someone lying about the favorite Overlord. Oh, hell no. Somebody trigger in the chat. We're talking about Overlord coming next season. Probably some leak or something. I believe when I see it on my screen. Latest trailer did not disappoint. I almost did a react on the last one. I'm feeling it, dude. How you feel about this animation studio change of Bookworm, improvement, downgrade, or neutral? I don't think it's going to be like stellar animation. Like, just because it's with studio doesn't mean it's going to have like massive production values. I think it's going to look good, and a lot of the action pieces should look a lot better. I think it's deserved because I know that the studio that was doing A Sense of Bookworm, it made the studio. Like, it literally, from what I understood, the studio was not known, and it put them on the map. And they did what they could with what they were given. But I think with how well the book itself did, I think at some point they realized we got to put more budget into this anime. It's doing very well. And so they're finally deciding to give it the love it deserves, which is great. I would assume them going with what studio means they have a better budget to go with. And they chose a studio that's well known. So I don't see any negative to it. It will be an improvement no matter what. I mean, the last studio that they were with is not like the greatest resources. They did well for what they had. I don't think it ever looked horrible, but it wasn't great. A full 4 cores sounds good, but might lower the quality of Slime. I mean, Slime has its moments, but for the most part, it's not like it's always like high action. Based on the trailer, it looks like it's going to get crazy, but I would assume it's going to be a lot of meetings and talking like they usually do, which is not always bad. I've appreciated a lot of the meetings, just not last season's meetings. I didn't care much for last season's meetings. It was a bit too much. If 3 or 4 episodes of Mushoku Tensei covers the volume if 3 or 4 episodes of Mushoku Tensei covers a volume for volume 15, it would likely be within episodes 7 through 12. They're going. They went for like 3 a core, 3 episodes or three volumes a core, because first season was 6 volumes, second season was 6 volumes. So I'd imagine the first core would be volumes 13, 14, and 15. But I don't know. They might push it. They might push it into another core. I don't know. I have trust that they should do a good job, because I know, as much as I had issues with part 1 of season 2, the season 2 part 2 director did a lot better job. So hopefully he won't mess it up. Got a random questions when you can answer it. Crunchyroll is going to survive after what they went through. What did they go through? The hack? Yeah. Yeah, ain't gonna bother them. Then they might get a fine. Potentially could get a fine, but it ain't gonna bother them too much. Sony's a big, massive corporation. They'll eat it, and then they'll write off the loss. The unfortunate reality that we all know is with big corporations, fines are typically a slap on the wrist. Montgomery Zero Tensura, amongst others. I think it would cover volumes 10 through 15, Tensura. Oh, gotcha. Fighting for you, car need a scene also that coming up. Can't do the record in a store. Enemy. Brian, you break my brain half the time. I don't know what's going on with what a translator, whatever you're using. Yes, people being breached. Yeah, the way that it sounds like is that they weren't aware of it fully, as much as they claim that they were communicating with it. There's a side of me that almost believes they may have been trying to don't know. It smells of blackmail. I don't know. I get a sense of like trying to strong arm them in some way. Maybe potentially blackmailing them out of money. Either way, again, it's not going to affect their bottom end. They might potentially get a fine. It's most likely because it was a third party and not them directly that they can claim ignorance. But it's not going to end the company. No, you're talking about a company that's getting, lots of money pumping in every single month. It's not even hurting them. It's not even hurting them. This Isekai Lover is gonna be eating good. Even the slop been good lately. I think the problem is that like with so much really good stuff coming out, like the slop is very difficult for me personally to watch. It's like I got some big ones to kind of focus on. The appearance this time, yeah. Again, if they get to volume 15, then yeah, they should. Next Tensura arcs are will up the action. It's not like, again, it's not that I need it. But yeah, based on the PV, it looks like things are gonna get kind of heated up for it for sure. It looks like the crazy vampire girl. I just bought the Funimation Blu-ray disc of 0009 Recyborg. Have no idea what to expect. It's been so long since I really touched that, so I'm not sure. Have you read the light novel Sentenced to Be a Hero? No, I skimmed the first volume to kind of verify some stuff. I wonder if people are going to like it as much Shoko in the future when the more light novels come out. I think by the end of season 1 of Sentenced to Be a Hero, I cooled down a lot. I think the ending is really good for Core 1. Like, that last episode was super good. Like, especially Rhino. Rhino feels like an interesting psychopath. But, like, for the most part, it was... I feel like there's way too much drip feed with that series. Like, I felt like it was interesting at first, but like it took way too long to get something else out that was interesting. Like almost giving a feel as if there isn't enough behind the curtain to keep me interested. Like it's still good. Just not that the world has too much to offer story wise. Like the whole coexisting and all that stuff is pretty much all we got. Don't expect anything else to really kind of tickle your fancy or get you intrigued about what's to come up. I'm still excited for season 2 though. And I'll definitely still be watching it. But besides like Rhino, besides like Budum, I forget his name already. The other demon lord that was intrigued by humans. Besides like them two, it's not too much like super interesting stuff happening. I was concerned about falling off midway, but I think it's finished even better than the first episode. I don't mind drip feeding, really. Yeah. Like I said, the last episode is super good. The last episode was like... It made like 6 episodes of kind of okay. Really worth it. Would you say is Crunchyroll worth paying for if you enjoy anime? Yeah. I know that it's not a popular opinion to say that Crunchyroll is a good service, but it gives you a crap ton of value for what you're paying monthly. Cassian short I keep on saying ReZero. Re-Cyborg Fury 009 mashup video on YouTube and Cave and bought the Blu-ray disc. Can't seem to find 2000 series streaming anywhere though. Unless somebody like Anime Ego or... Was it Anime Ego or Anime Ego? I have been looking them up forever. Unless Anime Ego or... I think it's Ego. Or... I don't know. Nozomi Entertainment didn't. Retro Crush, maybe? Check with them? Question mark? I don't think so. Maybe. Potentially. Got Amagami SS and SS Plus for $10. Nice. Never seen it. It's good. It's a good series. Not insanely good, but it's good. Taking a chance on it. Looked okay. Hope it's good. The best scene in that one is the belly button scene. I still really like the belly button scene. It's like one of my favorite scenes in the series. If I recall correctly, because it's been so long, it's basically like a visual novel setup where you're kind of going down each route one by one. And they're decent little individual stories. Want to know more about the guy that lost most of his memories? Yes, Tatsuya? Dude, like again, I'm stuck on. I feel like the Seiyu was purposely told to scream painfully. I mean, this guy has pain. This guy's got pain in his cries. I'm really interested to see what they have to do with him. He might end up being an isekai. He's gonna be the actual isekai character of the story. Have you seen Chain Soldier on High Dive? I am like 4 episodes into it. I'm probably finishing up this week. I'll do further research. All right, cool. I think a lot of people have forgotten the anime, so I think a lot of people. I'm bummed I never got a season 2 or even Blu-ray releases. I love the story and the fights. Yeah, Aoyuki really carried that one, but yeah, Some Aspire So What kind of had a very bad botched production. I just think the producers don't really care to do another season. I don't think it's about to do with like its acceptance in the West. I think Cyborg 009 was on Adult Swim at some point. Interesting. Don't buy a Crunchyroll subscription. It only benefits anime for the crap service to die out. Don't buy a Crunchyroll subscription. It will only benefit anime for that crap service to die out. I'm not sure what that means. Yes, Chain Soldier is on High Dive. Yeah. I thought they were asking if I watched it. On High Dive. Yeah, it's on High Dive. Will ReZero the anime? Will ReZero be the anime of summer 2026? I almost want to say that like the general public will probably gravitate towards Witch Hat Atelier because I think the hype of frame rate might go into it. But like personally, I'm going to fight between ReZero and Ascendance of Bookworm. But there's a lot of really interesting stuff. We're going to talk to Chris about what I was actually looking at. My picks so far. It will be, I just want to pat Hirata's head, right? I don't get why people say Crunchyroll is bad service. You get loads of anime for your money. There's a lot of random anime you will never get granted. You will lots of watch equally. Again, not a popular opinion here. I'm just going to say it. There's a lot of people that make a lot of money acting like Crunchyroll is the evilest company ever. Yes, Crunchyroll fucks up a lot. Yes, I hate a lot of the decisions localizers make. Yes, I hate whenever they make bad decisions. Yes, I hate when we find out they have a data breach or something like that. Yes, I hate when I find out they've been sharing my data. But everything that I just listed, every single company in the world does. It's not new to Crunchyroll. Or Crunchyroll is not, like, making this stuff up. But a lot of people make a lot of money by baiting people into believing that Crunchyroll is Satan. And thus, every single thing that goes wrong is Crunchyroll bad, and that's just a reality. A lot of people feed into it. It makes if something can make you a lot of money to talk about, people will talk about it. Even if it might be a little bit exaggerated. And that's what I feel a lot of the stuff around Crunchyroll happens. Again, I don't think Crunchyroll is not... I don't have a stake in Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll technically doesn't like me. I think they've pretty much blacklisted me. they send me stuff that they want me to advertise, but they don't communicate to me anymore because I have talked bad about them in the past. I have called them out for things like what they did with, Princess Connect, what they did with Magia Record, and several other things. Like, whenever I do see Crunchyroll does something legitimately bad, I will call them out, and that has led them to kick me off the judges. They don't communicate to me anymore. They don't share information with me anymore whenever I'm trying to get the clear idea of what happens. I'm not a fan of Crunchyroll. They don't like me. But I still do believe that people way over exaggerate what Crunchyroll does. Because, again, it makes money. That's why you often see, like, when something's reported on, they'll go out of their way to say Crunchyroll. Because why? Because it makes a lot of money talking bad about Crunchyroll. People love talking bad about Crunchyroll. That's my take. Integrity is worth more than playing the Access Media game. Yeah, I try to play ball with them, but I'm not gonna kiss their ass at the same time. Like, if they don't want to answer my questions and stuff, that's their bad. I can't give clarity to people, and thus people are gonna make their own decisions. It happened like a year ago that something happened, and I legit contacted them, said, "Hey, what's going on here? Because people are reporting on this. Is this true?" Crickets. So what do? I make a video saying, "Hey guys, be aware of this happening." They don't want to tell me what the hell happened, so it is what it is. When it comes to service, though, like, I didn't have a problem with their service. Yeah, their translators suck sometimes, and I hate a lot of the choices they make with translations, but at the same time, we reap a lot of the benefits of it. Like, if you're doing piracy, you're reaping the benefits of what Crunchyroll does. So, like, by you pirating a show day one, you're supporting Crunchyroll in a way. And you're also supporting whatever random third world country person is getting ads revenue off of a random piracy site too. If you think watching Crunchyroll stuff is supporting a bad company, I would hate to say what some of these piracy sites are supporting. Like, legitimately bad people. Not all of them, but there's a lot of piracy services and whatnot that are run by some, like, cartels and stuff like that, from what I understand. Think about it, make Control like a scapegoat, not everything, but most of it. It's kind of Crunchyroll reaping what they sow, though. Act bad in front of a lot of people and you'll attract criticisms, both fair and unfair. Yeah. Their award show sucks. Their award show sucks. And I've seen behind the scenes, in front of the scenes. It's not a good setup. It sucks. It's got a lot of problems. Has been consistently streaming some of the most my absolute favorite anime. Yeah, and even High Dive has problems. I mean, we've had incidents with them with shitty translators too, and service problems, and the fact that they only license 2 freaking shows a season. They don't want to keep up their catalog. They've cut out a lot of regions. Every service has its own problems. Like I said, each these companies will rise and fall under the own hubris. How many of these others have died that can remember off the top of my head? ADV, Funimation. ADV got bought out? ? Funimation got bought out and is technically running Crunchyroll. So you listed somebody that is legit running the biggest anime streaming company. Like, Funimation is legit running Crunchyroll. Like, they took the heads of Funimation and they're running Crunchyroll. So Funimation didn't die. So we tried to support them like 15 years. Yeah, we tried to support them for like 15 years. We were literally, like, every single podcast we're talking about, go watch it on Crunchyroll. Yeah, never even got an affiliate program. We never even got an affiliate program. That's pretty sad. So yeah, Crunchyroll's not my favorite company. They hate me. saying pirating supports Crunchyroll makes zero sense. Also, bad blocks exists and piracy. Okay, Kamika, you watch a show. Say you're watching ReZero and you're watching it on AniStream.com. You watch ReZero and then you're like, holy crap, do you guys really see what happened on ReZero? What does somebody that has not watched the episode say? Oh, wow, that's crazy. Google search ReZero. Crunchyroll.com. Start a subscription. Bam. You supported Crunchyroll. Or you post a screenshot. Somebody says, whoa, crap, what is that? And they look in the post and like, oh, crap, ReZero? Google search ReZero. Guess what pops up? Watch it on Crunchyroll. You don't directly support it, but you are essentially going to create chatter around it and whatnot. Yeah, you can watch a show and never talk about it and it does never support in some way, but secondhandly, you're going to support it on Crunchyroll because Crunchyroll has control of a lot of they're using a lot of methods to push themselves on the algorithms on Google and whatnot to get themselves up in the search results. Yeah, somebody can probably find it somewhere else, but there's a good chance you're going to have somebody find ReZero on Crunchyroll through your conversations about it. I meant to ask earlier, you said you got foam pad to put your figures on, right? Be careful what you pad you get because it's possible the paint transfer depending on it. It came with the Roxy figure. It's like a fluffy thing. It's like feather thing. I don't know, whatever. It's something. It was made by the company. Yeah, plus NAS. Yeah, I prefer torrenting. Oh, oops, I was joking about Kane Banashe being the anime of the summer 2026, but it's actually coming out in spring. Did you say summer earlier? Yeah, but back then Crunchyroll wasn't being anti-consumer like it is now. Also, sucks that Crunchyroll got rid of Funimation digital code thing that came with the Blu-ray purchases. Dude, it's so funny, like, back when that whole thing happened and there was, like, a discussion about, oh, they could bring it eventually. I'm like, no. they're leaving that stuff behind. They're gonna hope people forget. Sure enough, people forget. I actually brought that up with somebody that, when that whole thing first happened, I was talking to somebody, kind of getting a list of breakdown about exactly what was moving over at the time. And, yeah, it was like, we were convinced this stuff is not happening. It legit is not going to happen. They're not going to move any of that stuff over. They could, because again, Sony technically has streaming services that have, like, you know, pay-per-view type of systems and whatnot. They could easily incorporate into. They could have easily moved it over to that catalog and that service separate from Crunchyroll, just to keep it in the pipeline, and have a system over there to facilitate that. But they were just hoping people would forget. That's one of those things that I legitimately called out. Again, that is a bad business practice. They legit took away people's digital purchases and just claimed the old, you don't own what you buy kind of thing. Granted, it was an add-on bonus to a physical good. It is still on the box as something that you were getting with your money. Legitimately a bad practice moment for them. Market reaches peak saturation at some point with people watching anime in their platform. Crunchyroll will reach this, and thus I think that's why they started squeezing more money. Yeah, I mean, everything's costing more money. I think that's in general, everything costs more money. But I do see Crunchyroll eventually coming back down, because I do think that we're seriously experiencing sort of a fall-off point for anime. Like, me and Chris always talked about the 3-year mark, or the 3-year rule, or something like that, which was like this concept that everybody believed that a person becomes an anime fan, and then 3 years later, they drop off. It was like the life expectancy of an anime fan. It wasn't everybody, but it was like this idea that people get into anime, they watch all the good shows, they maybe partake in a little bit of seasonal, and then they just get bored and they move on with their life. I feel like we had that surge of viewership in anime come, the whole COVID thing. A lot of things online especially kind of bumped up. Entertainment, streaming, whatnot, bumped up with COVID. A lot of people got injected into the world of anime and the fandom during COVID. I think that 3-year mark still exists. I just think it was a longer period of time than typical. I feel like we might see within the next year the drop off. I think things like Jujutsu Kaisen and, you know, Demon Slayer kept it kind of surging. But I think as those shows start to kind of fall away, Solo Leveling gets its little breaks, I think we'll probably start to see the anime fandom start to quiet down a little bit. I don't think it's going to go back to how it was. Unfortunate. I don't think it's going to go back to how it was, but I do think there's going to be a massive... I feel like in the next few years, we're going to have a massive drop-off of anime. And I think it's going to be very detrimental. I feel it will be detrimental to the anime industry because as much as people hate Crunchyroll, it's pumping a lot of money into the industry. It's pumping a lot of money in the industry. Now, groups like Kadokawa are noticing that Crunchyroll's not paying them as much anymore, and so they're thus starting to wake up to the fact that Crunchyroll's not going to always support the anime industry. But I think we're going to see a drop-off at some point. It's twofold. Crunchyroll not paying these companies as much for licenses, and a drop-off of subs for Crunchyroll, and just overall viewership declining. Honestly, cannot wait for the current anime COVID bubble to pop. Right. Exactly. That's my way of putting it. My Huda is watching the stream. Yeah, right here. They're also canceling orders people made and write stuff, even though they said they'd honor them. Yeah, that one doesn't bother me as much because that's e-commerce stuff. Like, every company does that. Truth be told, Right Stuff had a different system than Crunchyroll, obviously. With Right Stuff, they wanted to set up... They set up a back order system that wanted to establish orders until they restock. It never meant they were going to ever follow through with it. It's just that if it ever got stocked again, they would produce it. That stuff transferred over to Crunchyroll, and Crunchyroll doesn't want to do that stuff. It's not like they're canceling orders. They're back orders that would potentially never get fulfilled. So of course they're going to cancel them. The dirty side of the whole situation that you don't hear much talk about is, and again, it's business. All companies do this. Amazon does this. Every company in the world does this. It's just because it's Crunchyroll, they're not allowed to do it. What they're doing is canceling orders to reprint at a higher value, which is technically what everybody does because they'll make a different SKU. Thus, it's a different product, and thus they can up the value of it. Because why? The cost of producing things is more expensive. Anybody that has been buying books for the last 3 years have noticed the cost of your books, light novels and whatnot, has gone up. They've been marking up all this stuff by at least $1 because why? The cost of paper has gone up because the economy sucks. So they're not going to keep an order that has been back ordered for 3 years when they finally do a reprint and it costs them more to reprint it. They're just going to lose money. So they do a new SKU, they cancel the order. Again, this is another one of those cases where it's like, I understand the frustrations, but everybody does it. It's just Crunchyroll's not allowed to do it. It's basic economy. It's basic economics, sorry. Economics. Damn y'all making me defend Crunchyroll. Stop it. I don't want to defend Crunchyroll. They hate me. I don't want to do it, but at least have... again, this goes to what I said before is... And again, hate them all you want. I don't care. It's okay to dislike something, but find logical criticisms that... this is the best way to put this. Criticisms are always welcome, obviously. If you have a beef with them, you have beef with them. I can't tell you it's not valid. If you want to bring grievances to a company, bring grievances that have, that actually is their fault or not a product of something else. Because if you want change, you have to focus on things that are legitimately things they're doing wrong. Otherwise, you're just yelling at them and they're going, we haven't done that, so it's not us. Can't wait for Demon Slayer to end. Aniplex has pretty much been all done with that, nothing else. Finally, they're doing Magic Witch anime, Nasu verse. Like Ufotable and stuff like that, yeah. Just want to come in here and say thank you for making quality anime video and not drifting off in random political crap like some on the side. I appreciate that you appreciate that because it's a struggle every single day not to get stuck in that crap. I don't. I know it's easy content, and it kind of goes to the discussion we had a minute ago about Crunchyroll being like the big bad wolf that everybody wants to farm off of. It's hard not to get stuck in that stuff. It really is. I find it depressing. I think getting stuck in the politics stuff is just depressing. I want to chat about anime. Have fun talking about anime. Wouldn't mind leads to them not focusing on global audience anymore and the shift back to mainly considering the domestic market. I don't know if you can put that genie back in the bottle. I think the good thing to tell you there, 0-6, is that has only been a recent discussion for a lot of producers. For the most part, a lot of the production committees have not really focused too much on being global marketing because it's been making money. And because of how production committees work, it's very hard to change things for something like a global market idea. But yeah, there is a fear there that as things have built up with any region, you know, India, Middle East, West, you know, North America, South America, whatever it's at. Southeast Asia is big. Focusing on a lot of these regions is going to obviously alter it quite a bit. Interesting, that would be 2 generations worth. That'd be like 75% of the subs at Crunchyroll. It was a big jump, right? Like in the 2020s, like the jump in subs they had was insane, dude. Massive sub increase. That's like everybody says that Crunchyroll's dying. It's like, dude, you guys don't realize the last like 6 years, the jump in subs they had is insane, dude. Like it's record number like growth. They're doing really well. People, this to put it into context here, you're talking about like a lot of people that are upset about everything that Crunchyroll does, and it's again valid, whatever your opinion there. But when you take the upset that people have, and then you look at how good Crunchyroll is actually doing, they're happy. Crunchyroll's super happy. They're making bank every month, like massive. Let me double check what I think I have a graph of it. I think I have a graphic of this. To give people a visual here, I think I have a graphic for this. Is it my is it my animator pay thing? I think it might be in here. I had a graph that showed the increase. Actually, I think I know a way of doing this very easily. I'm going to use AI. Shocker. AI is crazy, dude. Crazy. I'll just use the stats. I don't need a freaking image here. I'll just use the stats here. Not the subscription price. I need the how many subs. You stupid thing. Your thoughts on this year's April Fool stuff? I haven't looked at too much of it. A few of them I kind of enjoyed. I've never been like a massive fan of. I'm sorry, Fuddy Duddy here. Never been a massive fan of April Fools. There's a couple that I got a chuckle out of though. Typing random things. Yeah, right here. Here was the Ah, damn it. That was not what I wanted to do. Maybe I can... No, I can't. Okay. Whatever. This is approximate subscribers. It went from like 2020, it was approximately 3 million subscribers, and it has shot up in a span of what, 4 years there to 13 million. What was the latest subs that they listed? 3 million to 13 million. That's huge growth. Again, that's that COVID bump. I do kind of wonder, because I think it's been a while since they've mentioned their sub counts. I kind of wonder if they have seen that dip already. As of March 2025, Crunchyroll surpassed 17 million paying subscribers. And again, that was a jump from like 3 million in 2020. That is some, and again, a lot of that's Demon Slayer, a lot of that's like soul leveling and stuff like that. So I don't see it being sustainable, but that's enough to like give you an idea of like the massive growth that they've kind of seen. So I mean, again, valid criticisms and whatnot, but they're not hurting. I am so sad. Did they ever get... I never got a confirmation, really, of, like, what exactly in the end. I think they're talking about just rebooting it, but I haven't really seen much since then. Or was just the mods were saying they're going to do something. We all agree on voting with the wallet, but what me and Andrew was talking about is sheer volume of wallets you have to turn to change anything. Yeah, that's my whole point. You can have a video that gets like 30,000 views where they're like upset about what Crunchyroll did, but in the end, 17 million people are happily enjoying what they get. 17 million people are basically saying, we don't really care because it does exactly what I need to do. So about Mushoku Vines plan to adapt 6-volume season, so there's about 4 seasons and 2 volumes. Yeah, they'll change it probably a little bit. Some seasons are probably shorter or longer. Yeah, it'll adjust, obviously. Seems they haven't done it yet, but the anime subreddit has got it compiled. Let's see how much of that is Funimation is a Funimation merger. No. I think the numbers will stay high as much as longer. Yeah, I think it's gonna drop. I think it's gonna drop. I don't think it's gonna sustain 17 million, especially if they can't find another big title, because you have to consider a lot of that boost was like Demon Slayer and stuff like that, and they need like big Demon Slayer replacements to really keep that stuff going. Do you have any recommendations for 80s and 90s anime that isn't the popular stuff? 80s to 90s stuff. Here. Let's do browse. Where's the filters? Is it just not showing it right now? Yeah, the filter's not working. Hold on. Can I sort by... I don't think I can sort by year. 80... That's not popular. Is Project A-ko considered not popular? I don't think so. Project A-ko's really good, though. Mermaid Scar is not very much talked about, but it's a really good one. I think that's Remiko Takahashi, too, I believe. I don't really see many people talk about that one. Iria, really good. I really loved Iria a lot. I really like Key Metal Idol. I actually got a... I've showed it off before. I got a keyframe of that. Or a cell of that. I think the rest of these are okay. this stupid April Fool's freaking thing. I'm like, why is he on a horse? Okay, you got me. Okay, Annie chart, you got me. My brain was not braining the fact that he's on a tour, on a horse. Keynote audio is great, yeah. Another news: a Japanese remake box for Moto, in this year. Legend of Galactic Heroes remake. Yeah, I really need to watch the new Legend of Galactic Heroes. I used to do in Rumator. I know you did 1 year ago. But would you like to do it today? It's sort of a difficulty in doing it. But I hope to do one eventually. Yeah, Uma Musume. Yes, Golden Musume. Golden Musume. Let's see here. Amatage 3 is really good as well. Don't really see people talk about that. If you want a comedy that's super raunchy, Ping Pong Club's really good as well. I think the rest of these are pretty well known. What the hell? Like, everything's gotta be horses. They lean in on the Uma Musume thing right this time. Let's see. I'm skipping. GTO I think is pretty well known, but that's a really good one. Great Teacher Onizuka, that is. I liked Outlaw Star a lot. Outlaw Star is a good one. Excel Saga is a really funny one as well. New Dominion Take Place. I really like New Dominion Take Place. That's a really good one as well. Yeah, Crest of the Star is really, really good. I assume that one's a well-known one as well. But yeah, if you've not heard that one, that's a really good one. Banner of the Star and Crest of the Star. Thank you for the recommendations. I'm really trying to experience more of the older stuff. A lot of people just don't speak about, and I know they just joy and charm of watching something older. Some real gems, yeah. I've said this before. I'll say it again. I wish that content around older stuff did well, but they don't. And as much as I don't want to say that I do things for views, I do kind of have to do things for views in order to survive and keep going. I wish that older content did well, but it just doesn't. Because there is some old classics that I think people would really enjoy back in the day. And maybe that might come to fruition if a lot of my fears around anime having a little bit of a bubble bump. I don't think it's going to have a crash, but I think there's going to be like a bump down when these companies realize that Crunchyroll is not going to pay them for everything. We might see a little bit of adjustment, and then maybe we can do some old shows again. There's just a lot of shows to cover anymore. There's a lot of cool stuff coming out that I want to cover. I'm watching a lot of older stuff right now. It's good. I like there's a raw nature of older stuff. Like Japan has definitely changed a lot as a culture, and so there's a lot of older series that just they don't hold back on stuff. Like when I was watching like Sentenced to Be a Hero, like how graphic that finale got. It's like that's like old anime. Like old anime was super bloody and gory like that, and you just don't see that anymore because they want to be on like network television and stuff in Japan, and they just don't want that stuff. Dude, I would like a new Record of Lodos. It would be really good. That would be a nice remake. I don't know. I don't know. There's a side of me that says don't. Like, don't. Be careful what you wish for. It's like, it's fine as it is. Don't mess with it. I think you'll enjoy Dota Dodo. Dude, I love Season 1, so if it's more of Season 1, I'll love it. I kind of need to rewatch it. It's like, all I remember about Season 1 is just the bad guys. I don't even remember what the hell the main guy was doing. I'm scared of a new Record of those. Lord, can you imagine? That's what I'm saying. Like, careful what you wish for. It's fine as it is. Leave it be. Don't touch it. I recommend Mushishi, a very chill anime. Once you start watching it, you can't stop. Dude, Mushishi is so good. I want Blu-rays. Where's my damn Blu-rays of Mushishi? I want a collection. Mushishi's so good. I mean, if you want an idea of record, I mean, they did not a sequel, but they did a new series that was the same creator, and it wasn't. It was okay. It was okay. What was it called? What was the new Lotus Wars called? It was the same creator. It wasn't the same title though. God, dude, D-Lit was so fucking hot, dude. D-Lit's so damn hot, dude. That's like whenever I see like best elves of all time and I don't see D-Lit on it, you're done. Like, if I ever see an elf list and D-Lit's not on it, you're crazy. You're crazy. D-Lit's so fucking hot, dude. What is a creator? Forgetting his name. Is he listed as a creator or is he listed as just script? Original creator, Ryu Mizuno. Grand Crest Senki. There it is. Grand Crest Senki. It was aight. It was aight. It was aight. Yeah, I think if I remember correctly, like the first half was okay. The whole like sequence with the war was really good. I think it was really good. I wanna say the ending was pretty shrug. I want to say the ending was kind of shrug. You want to say the Lotus War Metroidvania, starring D-Lit? Was that the one that my brother played a crap ton of and nearly killed the Dreamcast for? For my favorite alpha, would have been something that named Kika from Shining Resonance. Feel the same. The release of Japan. Got this. Yeah, I got like one of those save ones. That's about it. Where half of the images of Annulus Uma was April Fool's goofy images, having guys switching the image. I hate it because then it gets. What I hate about the April Fools for databases and stuff like that is that it gets stuck in your cache, and then it's like it's there, like until you have to clear your cache. Every time you come to the website, you have to clear your cache. It's so annoying. It's funny though. Yeah, Grand Crest did not get much hype at all. Some people work really hard for April Fool's jokes, or yeah. They probably just put it through like AI generation. How I watch animes is I find cool anime shorts on videos and find anime that and binge it, then finish it and think about what I am going to do with my life, and the cycle begins. That's how it works. It's a true way of living. I thought the Blu-rays for the anime and I never watched it. They're just in my shelf. No, it's a new one on Switch and PC. Oh, okay. The Liquor Sequel one. Let me look at my favorites. Let me look at my top anime of all time. See if there's any in there. Oh, I gotta turn this off. They're just sticking them in the image. Like, that's all they're doing is they're just sticking them in the image. Like, there's no work done here. They just stuck her in the image. They just copy and pasted her right here. They just took her head and shoved it right there. There was not even any effort put in that. They paste. They just paste her face in there. Let me say words for no reason. Okay. Do it one more time. There you go. That's Grass Wonder? Yeah. They're lazy, but some work surprisingly well. Yeah. They went crazy with Chainsaw, obviously, because Chainsaw Man raised the arc. Death Note, of course. Full Alchemist, yeah, it's alright. Golden Boy worked out really well. Again, that one caught me off guard. Kaguya-sama, that's not that clever. This one's kind of. No, wait. Oh, go back. No, go back. I lost my spot. That one's funny. That one's kind of funny. You okay, girl? Doggo being huffy puppy. They did March Comes Like a Lion. Really? Again, all they did is put a freaking head on it, though. What? Okay. See, that one they actually put some effort into. They had to actually cut her hair out in order to put that in there properly. My gosh, what in the world? They just took the picture of the mount and they put the horse's face on the mount. Okay. Hey, at least Spice and Wolf kind of works because, for those that don't know, the very first moments of Spice and Wolf novel series talks about the loneliness of a merchant. And so it's got Lawrence, and he's traveling, of course, to the first town. And along the way, he's talking about how a lot of these... He's got this horse that is obviously his carriage puller. And apparently a lot of merchants, because they're lonely on the road, eventually grow like a fondness for their horses. And so like this whole thing about like choosing a specific, gender or whatever for your horse and whatnot because of it. So it kind of turns this whole thing where it's like it's kind of hinting at merchants and their relationship with their horses. And then he finds Holo. And Holo kind of replaces that aspect, and now he has somebody with him at all times to communicate to instead of his horse. So it's kind of funny. It almost kind of fits the theme of the story. Saying the impact has probably both good and nothing happened on February 7th. We don't talk about that. For in season 3 is just Fuji Kisuki on the Mach face. They didn't do Takapi. Surprising. Akira's got the freaking horse instead of the car. Cyberpunk's just got a whole bunch of... Dynadon looks like they kind of put some effort into it. Yeah, they put a little bit of effort into getting those faces in there. He desired Uma Musume and his companion, not a fox girl. We ever do a figure Blue Ribbon tour? I'd love to see your collection. Potentially, eventually, yeah. Anyways, going back to what I was telling Chris, because I was going to do that. So Chris was wondering what we're like looking at for next season. The ones that I end up picking out was which I had to tell you, which is obviously going to be the Farron Replacer. We got ReZero coming back, Tensura coming back. I don't know if he was watching Angel Next Door, Spoils Me Rotten, but a season 2 is coming out for that. I don't think he finished it though. But if he did, that's probably something he's gonna want to watch. Wistoria's coming back for season 2. Full Metal Alchemist's creator, their other manga is getting an anime adaptation. So there's Yomi no Sugai. Tabat, which I don't remember if Chris finished Tabat. That's coming back, lol. Ascendance of Bookworm's coming back. Inuma-kun's coming back for 4th season. I know he's been watching Inuma-kun, so he's going to be wanting to watch Inuma-kun. What else? I'm really looking forward to the 4th season show. Mainly because, and again, I sucks that I missed that first episode came out. The reason why the 4th season show is so good is because it's got Wit Studio. It's got, like, the musicians behind Danger to My Heart. The original creator is the creator of Violet Evergarden. So, Agents of the 4th season I'm really excited for. Even though I missed the first episode. Akai Banashe being a Rakugo show, I'm definitely excited for. Let's see. Kanan-sama is really easy or something like that. What is it called? Kanan is devilishly easy. That's a really good ecchi show that I'm looking forward to. Girl curses guy to extract his life force but ends up making some kind of love contract or something like that instead. What else? Yawa Yawa Sensei looks funny. It's like basically Magical Senpai, but it's a teacher instead. Mao for the Rumiko Takahashi fans is another Inuyasha. What else was like shockers? Oh, the Sengoku show. What was that one called? Nippon Sengoku. That one looks really, really interesting. It's like a alternate history, Japan split into multiple nations kind of a thing. I think that's pretty much a good breakdown. Then Bleach features. I have to finish the last Dr. Stone core. You have a question, is everyone? Cause I'm curious. Has there ever been a show you guys go to watch but had zero plans to watch? Are you guys like so glad that you did because it ended up being great? The one I always bring up is Eccentric Family because I really didn't like Eccentric Family the first time I watched it, but then I watched it again and I really liked it. Like it suddenly clicked for me. My girlfriend's April Fool illustration is very scary. Time B-sides Agnes Digital and other early 2000s Umas racing against her. Violet ripped my guts out more than Farron. Yeah. Saw a stream, was like, oh cool, Andrew having dedicated chill stream, and now you start going through the spring lineup. Because Chris was in here a minute ago. Chris wanted to know what was coming up in the next season, so I just running through him. That's all I'm doing, just running through him. Even though he could easily just watch my video on it. I'm not gonna heart tone has Belno Light, probably due to VA being cast in the show, one of the main girls. That makes sense. Bochi was a show for me, had no idea before I started watching it. I believe that me and Chris had a little bit of hype coming to that one, so I can't follow you on that one. I'm still here, busy with the kid. Yeah, I think me and Chris had quite a bit of hype around Bochi even before it came out. Like I think like we seen the artwork for it and the character art, and then we seen the PV and everything. It was like this. The synopsis is about like this like dysfunctional girl and everything. So we kind of figured it was gonna be a good one, and it kind of just lived up to the hype. And it was crazy because at the time we didn't really know much about the director. And now the director's like somebody that most people kind of keep an eye out for. Elfen Lied was much more emotional for me than anything else I've watched since. Really? That's huge. Like, just from, like, a shock value, or... Like, because when I think of, like, Elfen Lied, I can think of other things that are kind of similar to that element of, like, just crushing you with things like, you know, Jinro or something like that. If you ever watched Jinro. Jinro. Roof Brigade. Like, there's a lot of, like, really soul-crushing types of anime out there, especially the older ones. Speaking of 80s and 90s, it's like at the tip of it right there with 2000, but still, like, Jinro. God damn it, dude. God damn it. The course they would do Jinro. Like, they would go back and they would look up Jinro and like, oh, we gotta change that key art. Jinro's really good. Talk about a show that'll just beat the crap out of you. Yeah, the bomb, yeah. You're like an April and Sound of the Earth, due to their being known to playing violin. Like was my first anime when I was young and it had exploding problem. The dog scene, yeah, the dog scene's the big one. Yes, the first is shock. The dog scene's, yeah. Shiba Yugi has Ogre Cap. What the heck? Probably, I can see that one. Bakemonogatari was great for me. Saw it on Crunchyroll and saw the reviews and went in blind. Now I'm collecting the light novel series. Yeah. Elfen Lied was your Elfen Lied is your first anime Savage. It wouldn't shock me because I remember when Elfen Lied came out, there was a lot of WTF around the communities of like, holy crap, this thing. Sunny Showing was weak and cheesy but funny. Let me look up sword art. Nah. That one actually looks really good. That one actually legitimately looks really good. I mean, you can obviously see where they, like, blew up things a bit too much, but... they had to, like, blur filter it or something like that just to get the pixelation, but... that one looks legitimately good. Now I'm curious. If they did Jinro, they didn't do Grave of the Fire. They're like, no, don't touch Graves of the Fireflies. they stayed away from Grave of the Fireflies. They could have totally done that. Or are they just afraid of? Are they afraid of Ghibli? So they're not touching any of the Ghibli art. They're afraid of upsetting Ghibli and the Ghibli coming after them. Wow, look at that. Oh no, never mind. Spirit Away has it right there. Yeah, that's that horse from that movie somebody was mentioning earlier, yeah. This could have been a horse back here. They could have totally had a big, massive horse back here. They only did one of them. Surprised they only did one of them. I think it was starting from mine, but it might have been Kimba, Captain Tsubasa, Case Closed. Yeah, I like the Akira one with the horse instead of the bike. That one was a good one. The Shin anime is just horse. The Shin anime just says horse. Oh gosh, dude. Because that's literally that's all we have for the announcement is just Akira. Like we don't have nothing to go on with what's the remake's gonna be, other than that Sunrise is doing it. We have no information on it. Yeah, Evangelion ones are pretty good. Oh my gosh. This is from a commercial. Is this? Yeah, they legit just took the there's a commercial that this right here is a commercial. So they legit they took a picture of the commercial and put it on here. They had like some horse racing promo or something like that they did for Evangelion. And so they just legit took that. Yeah, this is actually a commercial. I don't know what it was for. I'm surprised they don't have a listing for it. They probably have the listing for it on Mal. I don't think there's a gacha game that has blown up like Umamusume for stuff like this to happen to them. I mean, I would assume that a lot of it has to do with somebody with AniList being a big, massive fan of Uma. But it's kind of a hot commodity right now. As we've seen last week with anime trending, a lot of people are loving Umamusume right now. Who buying the Roxy 1-4 bunny version? Well, I don't know who would do that. 29 Adventure surprised me. It could be done badly, but Medusa having a small dating pool got me. Yeah. It turned out a lot better than I thought it would. Don't mention horse racing. Anything related to that gives me PTS for several months. Thanks, Netflix. Year of the Horse, yeah. Wasn't Blue Archive massive? Not really. It's got a massive fandom that supports it, but not really in the grand scheme of things. I mean, Genshin was huge in COVID in similar degree. Dude, yeah, nothing's really going to beat Genshin's rise to popularity. It legit released on the perfect time, dude. Tojima, Kamen Rider. Kamen Rider. Eh. Okay. I need to finish that one. I really need to finish Tojima Wants to Be a Kamen Rider. Prince turned out to be well. How did you get? I don't even think I started it. Shouldn't be too big, too huge. I don't want Blue Arcade to be canceled. It shouldn't be too huge. You don't want it canceled. Yeah, I can see that. Restart. I mean, if it gets big, then how can it be canceled? It could be. I mean, it could potentially get under scrutiny and altered, but I don't see it getting canceled. The bigger you get, the harder it is to cancel. Did you ever watch High School of the Dead? That sniper scene still makes you chuckle every time I remember it. Enjoyed, reminded me of when I was on about older anime. Yeah, I've thoroughly enjoyed. I didn't like massively love High School of the Dead, but I did really like it, and I hate the fact that we never got a sequel or anything. Main character Loader Mysteries is covered by Uma. It's even in here. They just pasted her on top. They just. Oh no, she's sitting on his lap. She's just sitting on his lap. They just legit just pasted her there. He's still down here. It's just they just pasted her there. There you go. There's your Lord of Mysteries one. We don't want the Lord of Mystery fans to get mad that we didn't do anything for Lord of Mysteries, so just paste her on top of it. Nakamura-kun was Agnes Digital and Centered Familiar Tom and B-side. I've been on Blue Archive group, but they got so big, they get zicked from Facebook. They got kicked from it. Mambo Mysteries. Anywho, I'm probably gonna call it there. I'm starting to feel my energy levels depleting, and I really didn't think I'd last this long, anyways. As I'm not like feeling 100% today, but I'm glad we got to go for at least 2.5 hours. Went a lot longer than I actually thought I would. It was a lot of fun, as usual, chatting with you guys and everything. I always appreciate you guys keeping me going throughout my live streams. Hopefully next week I can have enough done that I can do our, at least some, if not all of my picks for winter anime. Maybe do a tier list. I don't know that I'll be done with everything because I'm just so behind on a few things, but I hope that I can have at least a good idea of what to kind of tier list for winter. But we'll see. But yes, just a reminder, I will be probably doing a video on Crunchyroll Anime Awards stuff when it does drop, just because lol. I'm hoping to start to do spring first impressions starting tomorrow. We'll see though, but keep an eye out for that. Hope you guys will support the content around that stuff. But I think that's pretty much it. Nice chat. Have a nice evening. Yeah, take care, Chris. Take care, everybody, for dropping by. I really do appreciate the support. It does mean a lot to me. You guys are absolutely amazing. When does it drop? I think it's going to be on the 2nd. So, like, literally 2 days. So, in, like, 2 days, we'll laugh at what they end up picking for it. Keep an eye out for more April Fool's anime pranks. Yeah, I typically, around this time, is like, just stay away from most all of it. Just stay away from most all of it. Don't believe anything you say, which is tough, actually difficult, because in Japan they do like to do actual announcements during this time, so they can end up getting you. But yeah, thank you guys so much for dropping by. You'll have a good one. Take care.